Hello everyone, welcome to UN College Digital Class. I am Manisha Manuswini Padhi, lecturer in the Department of MCom in Finance and Control. So I am covering the marketing portion. Okay. So in my previous video lecture, I have already discussed about the concepts of marketing, that is the old concept and the new concept of marketing, and the difference between selling and marketing. Beyond this, I have also covered the introduction part of marketing. So in my today's video lecture, I will be discussing about the marketing management process and the classification of concepts under the old and new concept of marketing. So let's start with the today's video lecture. So this is the marketing management process. So what do you mean by process? Everybody of us know about process. Process means a series of steps which should be accomplished, which should be completed one by one. We cannot go like fifth step after first step, second step after third step. We have to go by step, like first step, second step, third step, fourth step and fifth step. So this is the marketing management process which should be followed by every marketing department of every organization. Whether it should be a small organization or large organization, every organization should follow the process in order to be successful about their marketing objectives. So here are the steps. The steps are analyzing marketing opportunities, identifying and selecting target market, designing marketing strategies, planning marketing program, managing the marketing efforts. So first point is our analyzing marketing opportunities. Assessing the market opportunities, keeping in view the customer value is the first step of marketing process. Successful marketing management aims at strong scanning mechanism to analyze market opportunities and converting the same to satisfy consumers' requirements. Human needs not only include basic needs such as food, water, clothing, shelter, etc., but have strong desire for entertainment, luxury, etc. So the first step under marketing management process is analyzing the marketing opportunity. So this is the most important step, that is before starting a business, the marketer or the producer has to identify the opportunities which is available for them. Okay. So in order to identify the opportunities, the marketer has to do two type of analysis. First one is the SWOT analysis and second one is the PEST analysis. So what is SWOT analysis? SWOT stands for strength, weakness, opportunities and threat. And what is PEST analysis? PEST stands for political environment, economic environment, social environment and technological environment. So these two type of analysis should be done by the marketer or the producers in order to identify the consumer needs. In today's world, consumer needs are not static. It is changing every day. A consumer cannot get satisfied with one product. Consumer will demand more products because demand are never ending. Okay. So, in order to be successful in a market, every marketer has to follow the need and wants preferences of the consumer. Consumer will demand for inferior goods, for luxury goods, for comfort goods, etc. So every type of demand should be fulfilled by the producer or the manufacturer, then only the consumers will be satisfied. Otherwise the whole marketing process will be a failure. The company cannot get any consumer base and it cannot also capture any type of market share. So this is the first point, that is analyzing the market opportunity, upcoming opportunities, etc. Next point is identifying and selecting target markets. A company cannot or may not exploit all the marketing opportunities, as it is not possible for any company to satisfy all consumers in a given market. Before selection of target market, it is essential to exercise market segmentation. For example, a car company can divide or segment different consumer groups desirous for luxury cars, sports cars, family cars, small cars, etc. The marketing managers are required to do STP analysis. So identifying and selecting target market. How this will be done? This will be done through STP analysis. What is STP analysis? STP stands for segmentation, targeting and positioning. First of all, the market has to be segmented in different parts. Okay, for example, I am doing a textile business. I am going to do a textile business. I am going to enter a textile business. So before entering that particular business, I have to find out, I have to segment the market in different type of areas. So the segmentation can be like this, can be on the basis of gender like male and female, on the basis of age category like infants, kids, adults, teenagers, then senior citizens, right? So this type of segmentation can be done, and once the segmentation is completed, then the targeting portion will be done. What do you mean by targeting? A new company which is entering into a market or an old company which is expanding its business cannot focus on hold the 100% of market share. Okay, so before starting a business, after segmentation process, the marketing department or the company has to select a target market on which it has to focus. It has to focus on only that particular target market, and it has to produce goods to satisfy that particular target market. Okay, so if a company doesn't do market segmentation and doesn't do target marketing and will be wanting to focus on 100% market share, then it will be a failure. Okay, so this is the most important thing, segmentation and targeting. And after the target market is selected, the product should be produced according to the needs, demand, taste, preferences of the customer, and that product should be positioned, that product should be made available to customer through different type of physical distribution mix. Okay, different type of promotion mix. So this is the step, that is identifying and selecting the target market. Next one is designing marketing strategies. To serve the interests of the target consumers, a company needs to evolve and present a value proposition. It refers to a set of benefits to satisfy the needs and wants. Various important decisions by the marketing managers includes designing value, developing marketing mix, promotional strategies, etc. A brand is an offering from a known source or a company. This leads to creation of an image in the minds of the consumers as to the reputation of the company. So designing marketing strategy means the company has to provide value proposition to the customers. What is value proposition? Value proposition means providing a better quality good with the expected expected standard of price. That is what every brand does. For example, I will think of four circles with overlapping with each other. I will obviously find out that is the symbol of Audi. Why? Because Audi is a brand. The time when Audi was firstly introduced in the market, it was not considered as a brand. Then how did it become as a brand? It became a brand because of its constant quality and better price determination strategy. Okay, so a consumer who is wanting a brand, who is demanding a brand, should be given better quality product, because the consumer is providing more amount of money. The consumer is sacrificing more amount of money on that product. So the quality of the product should be good, so that the consumer purchasing it or the consumer obtaining that product will be satisfied. Marketing strategies should be done in that way, so that more and more amount of consumers will be attracted towards that product. So next one is planning marketing program. This requires finally shaping the marketing process by coordinating all the elements of marketing mix. Important decisions in this regard includes communicating value, distribution channels, supply chain, etc. So, supply chain refers to comprehensive channels starting from raw materials to the delivery of finished products to the end users. For example, supply chain for a retail pack of atta may start with farmers in Punjab and Haryana who plant wheat grains, tend to harvesting, then threshing, grinding, packaging, branding, labeling, etc. So this is the step which is called planning marketing program. So we have to plan a marketing program. Only planning something, only deciding strategies will not accomplish the goal. Okay. So in order to achieve the goal, the company has to make the products available to the consumer. So basically planning marketing program tells us about the physical distribution of the product. Once a company creates a new product, this should be made available to the consumers, otherwise the consumers will not be knowing about the product. Okay, so this includes different type of physical distribution strategies, like the producer will sell the product to the wholesaler, wholesaler will sell the product to the retailer, retailer will ultimately sell the product to the consumer. So this decision depends upon the producer whether the producer wants to include market intermediaries or not. If a producer wants to directly communicate with the consumer, directly provide the consumer with the goods produced, then it is also okay. Higher the intermediaries, higher the amount of that product will be. Okay, so this is what planning marketing program says. The program should be properly planned, and only planning is not necessary. The plan should be put into action. Otherwise, the marketing objectives will not be achieved, and a whole marketing program will be a failure. So this one is the last step under the marketing management process, that is managing the marketing effort. The marketing managers must create a formal marketing organization to ensure implementation of the marketing plan. Despite best marketing strategy, a company may not get desired results due to lacks in converting plans into actions. A faster and better execution of an action program with sound formal organization can enable a company to win competition and accomplish goals. In order to manage the marketing effort, a different functional department, which is marketing department, should be established. We already know there are different type of functional department available in an organization, like planning department, production department, purchase department, finance department, etc. So there should be a department called marketing department should be established in a market, so that the marketing plans will be properly done and that should be put into action. So managing the marketing effort also tells that whatever efforts has been done by the management in that marketing strategy should be properly managed. Managed means it should be done in a step-by-step process. Better quality raw material should be procured, so that better quality finished goods will be outcome. Okay, so this is what the marketing management effort says. So this is the marketing management process I have discussed. It includes 5 steps. Okay, so we will next move to the marketing concepts, different type of philosophies of marketing. So let's start. So marketing management philosophies. Under that, the first philosophy or the first concept is the production concept. This concept lays emphasis on production and assumes that consumers will always respond to products that are made available to them. This concept developed when there was a period of manufacturing dominance and there was no competition. The production concept only focused on the quantity of the products. The production concept was had a dominance when there is no competition market. It means in that type of concept, there is no competition available for the marketer. So the consumers had no substitute left with them. So the consumers had to purchase whatever product made available to them. For example, I am living in a society where there is only one fruit seller available. So how much price so whatever price he wants to impose for a particular fruit, he can impose. I have to buy. Every people living in that society has to buy. Why? Because we don't have any other option available with them. So this is what production concept says, that is the quantity of the product is important than the quality. The consumers will definitely buy the product because they don't have any substitute available with them. Next one is our product concept. The product concept assumes that the consumers will respond favorably to the best quality products that are reasonably priced. This concept was developed when it was realized that not only quantity but the quality of the product that is important. So under product concept, the focus was moved from quantity to quality. Production concept said that the quantity is important, but the product concept says that the quality is important. So product concept was imposed when there was competition market. Okay, I can take that similar example, like I live in a society where there are 4-5 fruit sellers available. Okay, so I went to one fruit sellers and I found out that the apple he is keeping there is not good in quality. So I will move to another fruit seller because I had option available with me. I had substitute available with me, which was not possible in the case of production concept. Okay, so this is what product concept says, that quality is more important than quantity. Consumers will definitely purchase the quality products because that will be good. That will be good for them. That will be make them satisfied. Okay, so this is what product concept is. Next one is the selling concept. The selling concept assumes that the consumers will generally not buy enough of the firm's products unless their interest is stimulated in its products through substantial selling and promotional activities. In this concept, the focus was on the promotional activities. So under selling concept, the focus was shifted to promotional activities. Promotional activities are very important because if promotions will not be done, then how the consumers will be knowing about the product? For example, I have taken a factory on rent and I have started producing something in that factory. Okay, so if my potential consumers will not be knowing about that product, then how will be they purchase that product? Okay, so different type of promotional activities should be undergone to make consumers attract towards that product. Promotional activities can be advertisement, sales promotion, personal selling, publicity, direct promotion, etc. Okay, so promotional activities are very important in order to attract the customer, in order to encourage the customers towards the product. So last concept is the marketing concept. According to this marketing concept, the main task of the enterprise is to determine the actual needs, wants and preferences of the customers to adapt the enterprise in such a way so as to deliver the desired satisfaction to the consumers. So the marketing concept I have already discussed in my previous video lecture, that is the concept of marketing, the basics of marketing. So we all know the marketing concept aims to satisfy the consumers. Okay, so this concept basically tells that before producing something, the consumers' needs, wants, preferences, demands needs to be studied, market survey needs to be done, and after that the production work should take place so that the consumers will be satisfied whenever they purchase that product. Okay, so these are the four concepts, that is production concept, product concept, then our selling concept and marketing concept. So in production concept, the focus was only on quantity, not on quality. In product concept, the focus was on quality of the product. In selling concept, the focus was on promotional activities, and in marketing concept, the focus is on consumer satisfaction. So in my today's video lecture, I have discussed all this, that is the marketing management process and different philosophies of marketing management. Okay, I hope you have understood the video. If you didn't get something, you can ask me in the comment box. I will clear your doubts. Thank you for watching.